Kathy Dutton introduced us to some of the difficulties and challenges in starting the InTech Center. And it really is a little bit bigger deal than perhaps we learned earlier on. It's quite a wonderful success story. And today we've got Rick Pettit and Debbie Smith to help us understand a little bit more about what's really going on at the center.
Sure, I'd be happy to share
Yes.
that we have an industrial electrical training program, an industrial mechanical, maintenance mechanic training program. We have welding and a mechatronics lab. And that, again, this evolution of what exists at the InTech Center is a result of years of sitting at a table much like this, talking to industry and them spelling out exactly the number of hours for welding. I remember being in a meeting with you and said, you know what, our guys are coming back after welding training, and 8 hours or 16 hours is just not enough. We need 24 at least, and we had the flexibility to go back and modify and customize specifically what the industry wanted. Mm-hmm. So I'll let you share, Rick, some of the titles, I mean, because the training is complex that is taught for the industrial electrician.
Before we go there, Rick, I think it's really important in having the two of you, one of them an educator and the other one part of industry. The secret sauce that we've talked about all day is really this communication between industry who needs certain kinds of workers and the jobs training that responds to the industry. That's something that is very difficult to get to work. And when you throw in government funding or funding from a variety of different sources, so this is really quite an interesting, blackbird pie really, where you've got a lot of things going on that really need to happen at the same time. So it's really interesting then to have you here as a representative of CSI, who really started this through Ron so many years ago, over 2 decades ago now, and now you're the third generation. Tell us a little bit about how CSI has benefited in these 10 or 12 years since it's been open now.
Sure, I'd love to. Well, as you recall from earlier conversations, the Manufacturers Council started out because we needed to upskill our craftsmen, particularly our electricians. We were having a really hard time, and still to this day have a hard time, finding good qualified electricians and mechanics that can keep our mills running. And as you could imagine, that's important to us and to all manufacturers out there for that matter. The programs that the InTech or the Manufacturers Council started has expanded quite a bit since the beginning in 2002. We first started out training our current employees, our current craftsmen, to upskill them. We then developed training programs to take incumbent workers that have a base knowledge of electricity and mechanics and bring them up to a journey level of craftsmen, and because we desperately need them. So we have at InTech, we have the industrial electrical electrician program, we have the industrial mechanics program, we even have a machinist program, and I believe they're starting a robotics program as well. Mm-hmm. So we started out, I think maybe 4 or 5 students every other year. They attend class one summer, and then the next year they'd attend another set of classes, and then they would graduate from our training program and
become certified
to be journey level electricians and mechanics. Yes, but we rapidly ran out of incumbent employees that had the base knowledge to begin with. So we needed to expand even further. So we started a pre-apprenticeship, if you will, what we call our C electrical program and C mechanical programs, where we take people that can't even spell electricity And we give them that base level of knowledge where they can then go into the apprenticeship program and work their way up to the journey level. And I believe as of this year, 2022, we have graduated approximately 85 electricians and an equal number of mechanics. And our mechanics, they do more than just, turn a wrench. Some of them have to do, machining as well. So, we have they go through machining classes, they learn how to weld. As a matter of fact, I've got a class going on right now for our electricians. They're doing 100 hours of training on welding, learning how to weld. So that's a pretty valuable skill for us. But yeah, we've
And I suppose
we've
with
graduated quite a few.
the changing economy, electromechanical, and of course moving into the computerized part of that and the robotic part of that is a major issue.
Yes.
And InTech really touches most of those pieces, if not all of them.
Yes, and I wanted to add to what you were saying that California Steel was investor level manufacturer. You're a large manufacturer and you had an interest in seeing that there would be expansion of this training. But everybody in the region benefited because that curriculum now is what is the basis for all of the manufacturers in the region and the pre-apprenticeship to apprenticeship pathway. And what I mean by that is that level of, it wasn't just California Steel sitting at the table saying, we need this. It
No, it wasn't.
was all the other manufacturers saying, I need PLC training too.
Right,
I need this or that training also. So everybody benefited because they all had the same foundational skill needs to upskill their workforce.
So we're taking local workforce, upskilling them, and then hiring them locally
yes, for higher
Right.
paying
for
jobs.
higher paying jobs. That's,
Yes.
that's exactly right.
And InTech has graduated way more craftsmen than just what they produce for CSI. All the other manufacturers are benefiting as well.
Yeah.
And even not necessarily directly, but indirectly as well. As people graduate, they go out and get jobs at some of the big warehouses, Amazon, for example.
And we certainly have a lot of those too.
Yes.
That's right. Great. Thank you very much for your input on the InTech Center.
Thank you.